A 19-year-old YN, he went to his people crib to spend a night, brung his gun, went to sleep. A 3-year-old kid inside the house, a fucking toddler, picked his gun up, gunned him down while he was asleep.
A tragedy in Paulding County. The sheriff's office says that a 3-year-old found a gun in a home and fatally shot a 19-year-old. It was a gun that belonged to the victim, and deputies say it happened Monday morning on Eagle Nest Drive in Hiram.
Heartbreak is being felt by a family in this Hiram neighborhood.
Immediately you think, how did it happen? I think for those that are affected by it, they'll question that forever.
The Paulding County Sheriff's Office says 19-year-old Cabral Patterson was asleep in bed when a toddler in the house picked up his gun and shot him to death.
Hit the like button. Goal on this video 1,000 likes. If you gonna have these pistols on your side, if you gonna walk around like you He-Man, if you finna walk around like you a monster, at least know how to carry these damn things and put these damn things up. This was a brutal death. Blood everywhere, blood splattered everywhere, and there was a lot of grown-ass people in this house too. 3-year-old kid woke up middle of the night, grabbed that gun. He must have seen motherfuckers playing with guns and shit. This how you do it. Blah, blah, blah. Imagine being 3 years old, little as hell, barely can hold his damn thing up. 3 years old, holding the gun, pointing, probably got a mean face. Stop doing shit like this around these kids, and then be shocked when they do shit like this. This is very horrendous. My condolences to their family. This was a 19-year-old, looked like they was in a nice community. Remember, this Georgia, so in Georgia, a lot of these communities look nice, but it be infested with a lot of black people. This was a black dude. He was 19. This is actually a picture of him right here. He went to his people crib. Now, in this crib, it's a lot of different families stay here. Sisters live here, her baby daddy, brother live here, his family live there, all kind of people live there. So the boy who ended up dying wasn't even related to the toddler that killed him. He go there, he got his gun with him on him. He chilling with his family, he kicking it. I guess he get late at night. He choose to make a decision to stay there and spend a night. I guess he don't put the gun up. He don't care about the gun, making sure it's super safe. Type of motherfucker that got the gun and put it underneath the pillow. Thinking that shit cool, but a lot of these kids be young too, so we understand that,
The take home for folks that are watching this, take care of your stuff. Don't leave your guns laying around. Especially if you have small children. Anybody that has small children or has ever had small children knows that they're curious. They're going to pick up things, they're going to try things.
While he sleep, this young baby get up and find a gun. Now, why is it a kid up that late at night walking around and looking under shit to find a gun? He must have seen that dude playing with a gun, I don't think dude is related to the kid, but they be around a lot, play cousins, that's my play nephew and shit like that. Everybody live in this house where his family live at. And this kid know exactly where to get the gun. 3 years old, I already know this shit. Grab this pistol, aim it at his head, blow him down while he sleep. Young man never wake up, blood everywhere. The police said that they're not gonna charge anybody. It was his gun. He not here no more. They're not gonna charge the 3-year-old kid. This never happened.
Although deputies say there were multiple adults inside the house when all this went down, I'm told by the Paulding County Sheriff's Office that no one will face criminal charges because ultimately it was that 19-year-old's gun that was left out.
It bewilders me why the responsible adults in the legislature still refuse to act.
State Representative Michelle Au has sponsored bills calling for stricter gun laws. In 2023, she brought the Pediatric Health Safe Storage Act to the House floor, which proposed gun owners be held accountable for leaving their guns out in the open for kids to get a hold of. Needless to say, it was shot down because Au says some of the legislators thought it wouldn't change anything.
It is our responsibility to look at this and to not presume that laws will not work when we've seen them work in other states, including very conservative states like Florida and like Texas that have stronger safe storage laws than Georgia does.
And the crazy part about this is, the young man ended up losing his wife, and the police believe it's because of the decisions that he made. Safety storing this gun. It had been a lot of shootings involving kids.
According to Everytown Research and Policy, an organization that tracks gun violence, it shows that 87 children were involved in unintentional shootings so far this year.
You know, if you're gonna have these things on you, man, you're gonna walk around this motherfucker like you Colin Powell, and you're gonna walk around this motherfucker like you in the Afghanistan war. Properly store these things, man. Because this is horrendous. You know, that family got to deal with that shit. And, you know, everybody live in this house, so shit like this breaks families up. You know, a death breaks family up. In a lot of places, it make them closer, but some shit like that, man, go crazy. But I want to bring that to your attention. A couple days ago, a 3-year-old killed a 19-year-old because he took his gun. YN, sleeping in the crib with a gun, you know, guesses under the pillow or sleep next to his head, and the shorty pick it up and blow him down. Wild as hell.